The town of Gatumba in Bujumbura's Mutimbuzi commune has been suffering the shocks of climate change for almost 10 years. Rising waters of Lake Tanganyika, as well as those of the Rusizi River, submerged villages and parts of the town. Fearing for their lives, residents fled, seeking refuge in makeshift camps where the living conditions are far from ideal.
We fled from the water that destroyed our houses. A Samaritan put us up here. We can't go home because the water is up to our chests. The river has burst its banks. There's no way to build. It's really impossible. The water is still there. We don't have enough to eat here and very little to wear. We're outside. When it rains, we all get wet.
The number of those displaced is likely to worsen as the lake's water levels continue to rise. Some of those who sought help from host communities are increasingly becoming vulnerable as resources are already strained.
We were invaded by water. We had to look for a drier place. A neighbor gave us this space at this Mushashawan neighborhood. We've been here for 5 years, but then it rained again. The water flooded the whole neighborhood. This time it even washed away our house. Now we have nothing to rebuild our house with.
Those displaced want the government to build a dam to contain the flooding.
After many years of service in 1994, I saved a lot of money until I retired in 2015. I used the money to build a home, but this home has now been washed away by the floods. The government should build a dike. After building the dike, Gatumba area will be saved. Otherwise, our area, in particular the Mushashawan district, will still be submerged.
Authorities say construction of a dike would require immense resources that can only be funded by donors. The government has also suggested relocating the displaced, but having been moved from one shelter to another multiple times, they ask for permanent solutions. Burundi, like many other countries, is dealing with extreme weather conditions. Last April and May, torrential rains spurred by the El Nino weather phenomenon hit the Eastern African nation, displacing even more people. According to the UN, the floods and disasters have left more than 306,000 people in need of emergency humanitarian assistance in the country. Caroline B., CGTN.